Update on my Accord 6.6. It's a 2015 coupe, 6-speed V6. And I officially have finished all the modifications and improvements I had planned for this car. I've owned it about 3 weeks and put a lot of hours into it. But I wanted to shoot a video once I had completed all the modifications and just quickly discuss what I've done to the car. For those who are following it, maybe this will give some folks ideas in the future. And, you know, like a lot of builds that I've done on this channel, I kind of am at the point I've spent about $1,200 on modifications on this car, which is a little less than 10% of the purchase price. And I feel positive I can get the money out of it when I sell it. So it's a good modest way to spend, again, about $1,200. All the labor I did myself, otherwise it would have been more than that. But I wanted to go over what those modifications were. And I will say that, you know, in the past, I've had some other cars where I've really gone crazy and spent 5 or 6 times more than that on modifications. That was in the earlier days when it was sort of like, you know, if the mod came out, I'd buy it and put it on the car, a little bit of addiction. I've gotten beyond that and kind of, you know, really realized just what do I want, what's necessary. And so with this car, there was not and is not the pursuit of any more, like performance in terms of like getting crazy speed. Some people are taking these up beyond 300 wheel horsepower. Have no interest in that. The car is very quick and handles great. So I just did some basic things. So I broke it up here into 4 categories: interior, rear, front, and then a little bit of performance stuff that I did do. So I'll walk you through it quickly here. Again, this is about $1,200 I have spent on this guy. And just start with this. There it is. So coming inside, the first little group of mods or upgrades is this wonderful little tray that you can get on Amazon. By the way, I'm not going to link any of these, but search is your friend, and a lot of these I have linked in previous videos. So a little organizer there. And then we've got the short shifter, which I did a full video on a week or 2 ago. So short shift adapter. And while we're talking about the short shift adapter, I'll mention this Type R knob I got. It's a Honda knob. It's aluminum. It's quite nice, and kind of built my own boot integration system for that, so the boot doesn't sag, so it's nice and firm on there. And yeah, I like this knob a lot. I had, of course, the stock one, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I just wanted to try the ball and see how it felt. So it does make it feel a little shorter, helps with the short throws. And then another thing I did while we're in here is these LEDs. I got 2 here, 1 here, 1 on that door, 1 on that door, and then 1 in the trunk. And it's really cool because I have the blue color scheme with the the interior lights. You got 4 different colors. I went with the blue. And so at night, it's just a very nice, cool blue in here, and I really, really like it. And then the 6th one is in the trunk. And then the final thing to round out the interior mods is just these all-purpose mats, which came with the car. Those were free, and I also have 1 in the trunk. Great modification / upgrade for any car. We'll go to the rear of the car. This is really my favorite view of this car. I think it just looks so great, especially with the stuff that I've done to it. First thing we have is this Boiler King SPK244R. It's this very subtle wing that goes at the top of the rear window. I have put those on 8 or 9 different platforms, and I just love it. Very inexpensive. And then, of course, while we're talking about spoilers, I have this DAR spoiler, which I talked about in some other videos, and they're about $150, and then about another $80 to get it painted factory match. And I installed that just yesterday, actually. And it's just a really, really beautiful. I think it looks really good. There's some earlier Civic coupes. This is a 9th gen, but some of the other earlier ones have a OEM wing, and this looks very, very similar. In fact, I saw one driving yesterday. I think it was an 8th gen. It was the one with the big obtuse tail lights. And anyway, this just looks very OEM to me. Perfect match to the car, perfect contour, and a great upgrade. And then while we're going on, I got the mud flaps there. A lot of people, of course, go with the HFP body kit, which is about $1,500. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on this car, so just went with the mud flaps and those 2 spoilers, and that kind of gives it a cool look. And then we have these tail light tints. I was planning to make my own Actually, I'd already cut one, and then I just ended up somehow on eBay, and I saw someone that made a set of those. I think it was like maybe $12. So I just ordered them. They're perfect, and stuck them on. I think it gives it a nice subtle look. And then of course I got my custom plate. If you know, you know. And that is all the rear stuff we have here. Moving over here kind of to the front area, we have the VTEC single overhead cam, which that's I don't think they ever put those on Accords, but I just thought it was really cool. And many think this is a dual overhead cam motor, and it is not. It is single overhead cam, but I like that look on the Civics, so ordered those and stuck those on there with the gray color. And then coming up front, we have this hood deflector here, AVS, very subtle, just helps it. Mine was chipped pretty bad, so that kind of covers the chips and protects it from future chipping. And what else do we have here? You know, kind of while I'm talking about the exterior, one of the most, you know, things that really changed it the most, and I think really modernized this car's look, is I blacked out all the chrome, and I literally just finished that a few minutes ago. So this was chrome, this U here, this lip down here was chrome, the entire surround for the windows, and then that was chrome. You can see a little piece peeking through here I need to touch up, but that was chrome. The door handle, both door handles, and then in the back this bottom strip was chrome. And so all that has been blacked out with chrome tape. That took me probably 8 hours and lots of redos to fix parts that I messed up, but I got it finally looking pretty good. And then rounding out the mods visual, just to show you these LEDs. This is a super cheap and I would say necessary upgrade. Can't believe these cars came with halogens from the factory, and that just makes a massive difference. And then finally under the hood, again, about $1,200. Shut up. Here spent. One thing I love about this car is that it comes with the factory gas struts that get the hood going up. Awesome to have. And then this K&N, which again, I did a full video on that. So you can check that out a couple videos ago, but kind of splurged on that, and but really love the sound that it gives. And to be honest, as I said, I'm going to spend about $1,200 on everything I just mentioned so far. And just the spoiler in the back and the spoiler was $250, this was $350. So if you take out those two items, it's only, you know, that's $600 of the $1,200. So you take out those two splurges and you get really only $600 I've spent on everything else. So in any case, you know, then the car came with two things that I may have done. It came with a full tint, and it's a really nice quality tint, so that's about $300 I saved. And then it also came with the Borla exhaust, the catback, which I reviewed in another video, so we won't talk too much about that. And that's about $1,000 exhaust, so I was really happy that the car came that way. Don't know that I would have spent that money on my own. But yeah, that's all the mods I've got into this car. And I think it looks great. One thing I was thinking about was one of the sunroof deflectors on the top there. I'm not real sure I want to add that. Don't want to like get too many new edges and angles on it, but who knows, might do it. But this is about all I've got planned. I really am done, and just going to daily drive it now. This is a great car. Again, one of those ones that I've had a long list of cars I wanted to own before I died. And you know, if you looked at its channel at all, you see I got about 15 or 20 different cool, weird, rare cars that I just tend to buy, fix up a little bit to my liking, drive for a year, and then sell. So this is one of those, and really enjoying it. It's nice to have a car that is newer. It has heated seats and really cold air, and it's not leaking any oil. It has no strange noises. It drives really is like new. And so that's my overview of the mods on my 2015 9th gen Accord Coupe 6-cylinder, 6-speed. And on an unrelated note, it's been really cool. I just got a note from YouTube that I reached 5,000 subscribers, which was kind of cool. Never was my goal, but I was honored that I've had so many folks that are interested in these cars and hearing me rambling about them. None of my stuff's monetized and will not be. Don't really care about that. I'm not going to get into that game. I'm just doing this for fun and hopefully to inspire people. And, you know, this is a hobby, and hobbies, in my understanding and experience, are done to the glory of God. And I just really enjoy sharing my creativity and that He's inspired me with, and my love for cars. And it's a good, healthy hobby. And so I've really enjoyed doing these videos, and that was kind of neat that hit with this car. So I thought I would mention that. And having said that, if you're still listening, leave me your comments. What do you think about the 9th Gen Accord 6.6? Thanks for watching. Peace. God bless you.